Shocked! I cannot believe Twitch is actually finally making bot busting a priority on the platform.
Finally, shit will be fair for all streamers. Do you know how irritating it was to try to stream Genshin Impact when Enviosity was getting botted 4,000 every fucking stream? When Ziox is still getting botted 3,000 every fucking stream? It was impossible. And these streamers wouldn't do anything with anybody else. So they kept all that success to themselves.
Botting on Twitch has been a problem since the beginning of time.
Oh, and by the way, Charlie, it still is, because even now I know that I'm getting botted for 4,000 viewers right now. I was at 1,000, and then I went to 2,000, then I went to 3,000, then to 4,000, seems pretty normal, and then all of a sudden I went to 8.1 thousand. So yeah, the bots are still happening on Twitch. Trust me, no one is confirmed legitimate yet.
And they hadn't taken it seriously forever, but a month ago they made a statement where they claimed, listen guys, condoms finally coming off, we're going in raw against bots, we're finally going to do something about it. And I was excited, like that's something to celebrate, but I kind of thought they were just looking to score some good boy points online, like some brownie points, because Twitch's reputation been kind of in the shitter recently. I thought this was just something that they were just doing for lip service. I wasn't entirely convinced they were going to go that hard on it until today. Wow. They have actually done a really good job here, like in this first wave.
Charlie. So here's the problem. They also overcorrected, and that's what people are noticing. So they overcorrected a lot of streamers, especially in the VTube community, to where lurkers and accounts that aren't signed in wouldn't count after X amount of time. So yesterday was really bad. Like everybody dropped to like astronomically low numbers. But if you think the view bots are fixed now, they're not.
I want to see this. You know, as a small streamer in a space, I want to see this shit. I just started, and you know, you only vaguely hear of you botting. Is it supposed to be beneficial to one's health? My advisor asked me that question. He's like, yo, do you want to do view botting or do you want to, you know, jump start it? I said, nah, bro, I want to do it organically. Because one thing about organically, it's going to hit more than, you know, you trying to juice it up.
We're currently, we were at 7.4 earlier, and I want you to look at my viewer count within the span of 1 minute. So we went from 6.8K to 7.4K to 7.8K to 4.8K in the span of 1 minute and 49 seconds. This was today. So trust me, the botting situation got even worse, title of this video, due to the fact that now there's a lot of people who are being assumed that they're legitimate, like Hassan, when they're not, because there are people finding ways to get around this. I assure you, viewbots are still on this platform en masse, as well as companies already getting around this due to the fact that streamers like Seer, doing a PUBG sponsor, went from 2K to 10K, back down to 3K, up to 16K in the span of 2 hours. That doesn't fucking happen at all. We are so back. This is big, boys. This is big. Yep.
Of getting bots off of Twitch, like bringing back down these artificially boosted numbers to what they actually...
Wasn't Seer on front page, though? Front page gives you an additional 1.8 to 3.2 thousand viewers.
Oh, so when you make a Twitch account, you know how they have them, are you human? And then, like, you got to turn the wheel. They're probably able to bot that, like, and just make fake accounts. That's why they got that shit.
Page would never give you 13,000 additional viewers. Once again, this is not Seer doing this. This is the company doing this. Stop being stupid. Stop being cope. The company most likely gave him 10K. Front page probably gave him an additional 1.8 to 3K. Hope that makes sense.
Are. There's a lot of examples to pull from. The data is all very new, mind you, but I think the best example is from a channel called Mira. I'm sure some of you have at least heard of this because this is something that people have been trying to put on
I've never heard of Mira.
Twitch's plate for the longest time about a channel that keeps getting recommended to them that isn't actually even a live stream. For the last couple of years, it is just a farming channel where Mira is just farming ads off botted numbers. She doesn't actually even really stream on there.
Mitch Jones X? I have no idea.
I think she's gone live like a few times over the last couple of years, but it's live 24/7, just pumping reruns of streams she did so long ago, like ancient history. So look at this. This channel, for I think like probably 3 years, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but it's been years, has been sitting at like a steady 2,000 viewers no matter the time of day. And all the channel has done for this time, pretty much exclusively, is run 24/7 reruns of old streams, yet somehow manages to maintain 2,000 viewers throughout the entire duration of it. Then, the day that Twitch bot smiting comes into effect, it goes from 2,000, then down to 1,500, and then the bot detection, I guess, must have kicked into fucking turbo drive. They went Wumbo style, and now she's sitting at 100 to 200. Pretty much overnight. This, to me, is like the most clear example of them actually doing something about botting. I was very surprised to see this. Her channel, which is live right now, by the way, because it's 24/7 reruns.
Oh.
How does
This
that
chick.
work?
Oh, yeah, I know her. I didn't know her name. Never mind.
This channel is constantly, or
is
was
she
constantly
on?
recommended to anybody with a brand new account. Like, see how I'm not logged in or anything. I'm still on, like, light mode. This stream was recommended all the time, and somehow still had thousands of views.
Mirasjuice.com. Guys, I'm sorry, but if you actually go to that, you're such a fucking loser.
Viewers on just reruns. Clearly, most like rational, sentient human beings aren't going to be watching that. Like, look at the chat; it doesn't move, and this is exactly what it looked like back then too. No movement. There's no chatting because it's not real. And now the bot detection is here, and you can see.
How am I gonna goon in peace knowing that this stream is botted, bro? Fuck. How am I gonna goon?
That it is finally
Where are my
working.
goon
Though I
brothers
think
and
there are still
sisters?
some bots, like some holdovers here, because there's no way there's 250 people here right now. It seems to me like there's definitely still some
gooning
stubborn
epidemic.
bots that Twitch wasn't able to get there,
Sure.
sticking on there like a hemorrhoid. The parasite bot infestation has been decimated but not destroyed, because I cannot imagine 276 people being in this stream right now. Not even as background noise in like a tab they forgot on like an ancient laptop. I don't even see that being the case. I don't think there is a single soul in this realm right now. This shit is more empty than a theater showing Morbius. Like, I just don't believe that. But even still,
Great movie.
It's clear that what Twitch is doing is actually pretty effective
I'm
at
morbid my shit
blasting
right now.
bots, which I didn't expect. Her channel, I think, is the best example of it, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of other channels, like big streamers that went live over the last day, where their view counts have halved, or even more than halved in some cases. So they actually are taking it kind of seriously.
Sure.
Like I said, I was a little skeptical that they were even going to really try and take down bots, because inflated viewer numbers is good for the platform. Like, I thought they probably
is,
wouldn't
for
actually
investors.
put a lot of resources to it. But it seems I was very wrong. Now, another thing worth mentioning, this scam of like running reruns with bots is not exclusive to just her channel. But you have to wonder how much money she made off of that. This went on for years.
I really don't think that she'd be making any money off advertising, because I don't believe ViewBot converts into ad money. I think the way that Mira was making money was by plugging her OnlyFans and being put on recommended, right? So I don't think it's from the ad revenue, Charlie, because I don't think ViewBots convert to ad rev. And the reason why that is because Twitch has a back-end system that detects what a legitimate viewer is versus a non-legitimate viewer, right? And they have detected these, right? And a lot of ad agencies know as well what the real viewership of a streamer is. This is just to be put on recommended on the sidebar and hope that people click to get on the OnlyFans.
And I'm so curious how much money she made just running old streams 24/7 reruns with botted view counts up to 2,000 to 3,000.
Yep.
That's probably a pretty substantial chunk of change. It's got a lot of people talking, and I think this is a really great thing from Twitch, to be honest. XQC made a tweet talking about it, saying, Twitch cracked down on bots in 2 to 3 days, and view botters / victims of view botting have been exposed. Streamers that are part of groups / orgs are seemingly being botted much more heavily. Don't want to start a witch hunt, but the data is interesting. Go see for yourself. And then links Twitch tracker, which you can see for yourself. And people are scrubbing through with a fine-tooth comb, taking a peek at these big drops in viewer numbers. And right now, the findings are still pretty early, because this has only been in effect for like 2, maybe 3 days now. So it's still like very fresh data. This shit's straight out of the oven. But people are noticing that some of the biggest channels being hit were affiliated with orgs. So like,
Who? Say the name of the org.
Like XQC mentions, like some org-affiliated channels were, in a lot of cases, the recipients of some artificially boosted numbers, as evident by a huge drop in viewer numbers.
Charlie, say it. You better, like, one thing about people, they act like they can't name drop or it's gonna do something to them. Bro, Charlie, come on. You're one of the biggest strippers in the world. If you don't start name dropping shit, nigga.
Over the last couple of days out of nowhere. Namely, OTK seems to be the big one.
So I was part of OTK for 3 years. Now, I will say this. As a man who prides himself in telling the truth quite often, do you guys want to know some truths about me? Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I am not a part of OTK. I have not been a part of OTK in like nearly a year. I will say this. OTK has never view-botted me. Now, I will say when Progressive and AT&T botted me, they asked. And I said, absolutely. Okay? So I will let you know that straight up. Okay? OTK never botted me. And by the way, if they did, what reason do I have to have their back? Give me a reason why I would have their back. Guys, if there was anything I could throw somebody underneath the bus for, I'd do it. I'd do it. I told you guys about AT&T. I told y'all about Progressive. I told y'all about Hoyoverse. I told y'all about that one motherfucker back in 2024. OTK never bothered me. That's one of the big issues that I have, is because a lot of people always say, OTK has the control over live stream fails. Now, what I did here, I heard something pretty interesting. I heard something pretty interesting. Here's the interesting thing I heard. When the org found out that Cked was botting 14,000, they had an intervention saying, you gotta stop this shit because that looks terrible. That's what I heard. Because could you imagine every single event going to Mizkif's fucking stream when he was botting that shit the whole time, so all the viewers go to his, and he says, why would we do the event on your channel, bro? You don't get as many viewers. Yep. Hey, Mizkids. Suck my dick. Ooh, you're going to be so mad. You're going to be so mad. And what's crazy is the guy to call him out was NMP. Yep. NMP said, hey, Miz, quit doing this shit. You're making us look terrible. Yep. So, we're so mad. Suck my dick. Yep. Yeah, buddy. I've been waiting for this shit for a while, bro. And the worst thing is there's even more. And I ain't going to say it today. But that's the little bit that I'll just leave out there that y'all can deal with. Feel free to call me a rapist, by the way. Y'all can call me whatever you want. I don't care, man. I got money. You can say whatever the hell you want. Make up all the bullshit. Hey. Tell all the lies about me, and I'll continue to tell all the truth about you. Have fun with that. Continuing on with the videos.
When people are seeing a huge drop across the board for most of the channels that have gone live over the last couple days that are with the group. Another channel people have been paying very close attention to is Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest streamers in the world. Sure. And he went live the last couple days since the bot fisting has come out from Twitch, and they noticed that his average viewers for both streams had been about 20,000 less than normal. About 20,000.
And what's crazy is, after all of this, and after all of the bot purge,
People were banished to the Shadow Realm here. And Asmongold...
yeah, he went down from 50 to 30 up to 42. So here's my opinion. And this is from experience as well. I believe that Twitch overcorrected. I do. I genuinely do. I think there are a lot of streamers where if they have users that aren't signed in or users that are like inactive, like lurking, so not signed in or lurking, I think Twitch wasn't counting them as a viewer. I do. So I think streamers like Asmongold, who have viewers in multiple territories, like who aren't like their main focus is in the United States, I think, and maybe I'm just coping, because I do believe there was an overcorrection, because there was, out of, I believe, the 670,000 users that were on Twitch yesterday, 300,000 of them were considered fraudulent, is the statistic that I heard. I do believe, especially a lot of VTubers chats who are very like JP Asia heavy, a lot of them saw massive fucking cuts across the board. Even Shy Lily dropped from 8K average down to like 4.2. So I think users who have a lot more users like Asia or outside the United States, I think viewers are being fraudulently marked as inactive and kicked off the platform. That's just my theory, though. I think things are more so back to normal. I went from 4.4 down to 2.9 to 3, and then now today, I think I'm back to like 3.8 to 4. It says 4.8 thousand right now. I don't think that that's true. Or maybe they're all bots. Maybe they're all bots. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. The only thing that matters is whether you enjoy a streamer or not. And that's it.
even commented on it, believing that his account was probably botted. He believes with 95% certainty his channel was botted. And he agrees that removing these bot numbers and this fake phony baloney viewership from the platform is good for everybody there. And that seems to be the prevailing sentiment, that everyone agrees that getting rid of artificial viewership from Twitch is a net positive to the entire platform.
I agree, because the reality is on Twitch, if you are not botting, you are going to lose. And guys, I'm just being so dead ass with you. If you're not botting right now on Twitch, you are dead in the water. And guys, everybody knows it. If you're on Hoyoverse, if you're part of the Gotcha CC, and you're not sucking the dick of the company, the community, you're dead in the water. Because then the companies aren't going to bot you like they're botting all of their top streamers. Hey, you can be mad at me. You can be mad at me for saying it, but you can't be mad at me for being wrong, because I ain't, bitch. Let's keep going here.
The only people that'll have an issue with these fake numbers being blasted is going to be the people that are exploiting them. The people that are using the bot services are the only ones that are going to be outraged about it. Now, I also imagine the cope from a lot of people that are going to get caught red-handed with bots is going to be, it wasn't me. I must have been the victim of a malicious bot villain, a supervillain twirling his evil cartoonish mustache. Must have been botting me for all this time. I had no idea. And in some cases, like, that is a real thing. There are cases where some people will bot a channel just because they think it's going to get them in trouble.
Sure. I will admit 4chan does that to Canute a lot, and I also believe that 4chan hate bots, eRob. Those are the only two that I'm very sure of. But there are also streamers whose homies will do it for them because they know shit's rough. And to those people, W-mans, W-mans, W-mans. Good-ass friends, boys. Good-ass friends. Let's keep going here.
But that doesn't happen. Like,
told me the same thing, and I didn't think botting really made that big of a difference. I just thought that organic was better, but I feel like in the long run, it's Twitch, bro. Like, what do you want? Like, 2 to 3 niggas every live session? Or do you want to jumpstart it? I'm still struggling with that question to this day.
Twitch, for the longest time, has not taken this botting problem seriously. So that whole idea of, like, a bad actor botting a channel.
Charlie thinks Cked can consent. Fuck that guy. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. Hey, bro, he backtracked that take like a year ago, bro. You're getting mad at the guy for a thing he doesn't even think anymore. Shut the hell up, bro. Anyways, bro, you know what you should have consented to when you were a kid? Going to school and getting an education. To go there.
To try and get punishment put upon a streamer they don't like. It's not that common. It happens, sure, but it's not that common because everybody knows Twitch hasn't done anything about botters for so long.
Yeah, of course, bro. There's even streamers who go live. Like, there was this rapper. This was like, what, 3 months ago? There was a rapper saying he was botting his own channel for 20K. Who gives a fuck? Twitch doesn't do anything. And you know what's crazy, guys? You know what's crazy? He's right. Why the fuck would you not? There is everything to gain. There is nothing to lose. And a platform of cheaters, morals gets you left behind. It does. Guys, do you know how much better off I would have been if I botted myself for 40 fucking thousand? Like, imagine, I leave OTK, I burn all the bridges with all these pieces of shit, and then I bought myself 40,000 fucking viewers, right? And then I get some chat bots to make that shit look active. Be like, oh my God, bro, they'd be spamming W's for my fucking name. Say, oh my God, bro, this guy's base, look how many viewers. Like, it would have been so easy. You know, it would have been so fucking easy. Like, you can get so ahead on this platform if you were a scumfuck piece of shit. You genuinely can. But and you know what's crazy, guys? And I want to make this very clear. It's Twitch's fault for allowing this shit to go on for this long. And I want to make that perfectly fucking clear. The fact that this issue has been so bad for years, where everybody knows the issue, except for Twitch themselves. Can't hate the player, hate the game, man. Or you can hate them both in this case.
So how the fuck could that possibly still be a strategy that someone that doesn't like you would use? That's like you and your buddy going to the public pool and you eat pizza together and then your friend tries to tell the lifeguard that you didn't wait 30 minutes before getting in the pool. It's like, okay, who gives a fuck?
Yep.
Like, that's the whole way Twitch has treated botting for the longest time.
Yep.
Until now.
Yep.
I think that's going to be, like, the crutch a lot of people will claim. Like, I wasn't botting. I didn't sign off on anyone botting me. This must have been some stranger in the back alleys trying to hurt my reputation by botting me.
Oh, Charlie, it's way worse than that. Because the way that botting TOS goes, right, like if they're not going to ban you when you admit publicly that you botted yourself, if a streamer adds in one extra step and they know a mod or a friend or a girlfriend or their parent is botting them, that's guilt-free. And by the way, this isn't a new issue. Wreckful called out Masan 8 years ago for doing the same thing during Hearthstone, and he never got banned because he said, well, my mommy was the one botting me, not me, not Hassan, Masan. He was a Hearthstone player. It was 8 years ago. Wreckful's been calling out the bullshit for 8 years, and nobody did anything. You know what they did to Wreckful? They treated 8 years.
Bot equals scamming companies out of double the pay.
And nobody did anything. You know what they did to Wreckful? They treated him like he was crazy. Yeah, Masan Piker. Maybe you guys don't know who that is, but he's one of the greatest streamers of all time on this platform. If there's a Mount Rushmore, he's on there once minimum, maybe even twice. And by the way, if you don't know who Wreckful is, one of the best WoW players of all time, one of the best Hearthstone players of all time, besides that one time at BlizzCon, we don't talk about the time he missed Lethal. He's dead, guys. Let's have some fucking respect. If you've ever dropped a TTS on Twitch to talk to your favorite streamer, that's the guy who made the system. Because he loved his viewers and he loved his community so much, he wanted a better way to interact with his fans, so he created TTS. What happened to him? How he died? He killed himself. Wreckful's last stream was so sad in hindsight. Yeah. Dude, Edika's as well. Like, Edika said before he killed himself, he said, man, I guess I'm never going to see the ending of Attack on Titan. And I was like, that's when everybody knew, oh shit, that's real. Next day on the newspaper, missing. 3 days later, dead in a river.
This time. And some people, I'm sure, will be telling the truth, but it's going to be hard to know for sure. But one thing that I think everyone will know for sure is that this is a really good thing for Twitch. I am so glad they're actually taking this seriously and actually wiping out such huge amounts of bots. I'm hoping they are still going to continue doing this because there's still work to be done. All of these bot services are going to do their best to circumvent this so that way their clients can continue to pay them money for this service. They're not just going to roll over and die. They're not going to go belly up and just admit defeat. This is always a tug of war. They are going to come up with new ways of trying to evade Twitch's detection, and I'm hoping this isn't just like a one-time thing where Twitch blew their whole load here on this bot blast. I'm hoping they will continue to allocate resources to fighting against the upcoming bots that are going to be, no doubt, surfacing soon.
Why is this chat moving so slow for 5K? Because there's no chat bots in here. And if you're used to a chat that's zooming 24/7, it's because you watch chats that just spam W, L, aboba, pog, based, or easy, because that's what the chat bot AI fucking detects. So if you want to know why my chat's moving at a normal fucking speed, because not everybody here is a fucking mindless retard that emote spams every 5 seconds while Charlie is talking monotone to the camera. Shoot. Never mind. Anyways, hopefully that answers that question. But yeah, sometimes chat slows down sometimes. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. And by the way, will the viewbot issue be over? No. Because many viewbotting sites are already saying, pardon the interruption on our service. Twitch has found a way to make our service currently not viable. We're currently looking on ways to fix this. See y'all soon. It will come back. To be honest, it might already be back. It might already be back. I have no idea. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Being a content creator can feel like you've always got to be on, always live. It's overwhelming.